I had a really great conversation with a previous colleague for a podcast episode that I'm going to be releasing in the future. And we were able to really sort of go back to some of the stuff that we had talked about, and we were teaching some of the other coaches at a previous place that I worked. And it's really in the sort of internal control psychology umbrella. There's a lot of different aspects of this, reality therapy and a number of self-determination theory, that sort of stuff. But what I really want to talk about is the basic needs, and really circle that back, because no matter what we're doing at any given time, we're meeting at least one need or more. And at some points, that means that like we are meeting certain needs, but we're actually sort of putting others to the side. And that's why it's possible to start going down a road, meeting a need, and then at one point decide like, this is not what I want to do, because you're not also meeting some of the other needs that you have. So the best plan for you, the best approach is to find a plan that fits and meets as many of those needs as possible. Because even when you're not doing well, even when you're failing, even when you're moving backwards from your goal, you're still meeting some one of those needs. And one of the fascinating examples that my colleague used, she said when she would often get home, she would right away start yelling at her kids about, socks on the floor and dishes and this and that. And it was a means to meet her needs, because what she felt was she wanted some alone time, her own time when she got home. And if she came in sort of yelling, she met the need for freedom, but she lost the love and connection that she also wants with her children. So I'm going to put that on pause, because I'm going to go through the different needs first. And in this realm, there's 5 basic needs. There's survival, just living. Those are the basic, eating, sleeping, procreating, all that kind of stuff. There's loving connection. That's like having connections with friends, relationships, love a spouse, that sort of thing. There's power, could also be called empowerment, freedom, and fun. So those are the 5 needs. And every time you're doing something, you're trying to meet your specific constellation of needs, and everybody's different. And as you evolve in life and experiences, your idea of what your needs are does evolve with time. But that being said, there is sort of a propensity to certain types of needs at all periods of your life, and some of that seems to be that you're just born with it, or you grew up with having that instilled. Going back, so for this particular scenario, she had a need to have freedom, to be time for herself, to do her own thing, to have a little bit of control in that sense. A little bit of empowerment might be in that too. But when she came home, she also wanted to maintain a good relationship with her kids. So she wanted to have that love and connection with her kids. But it was sort of that she was sort of fulfilling her freedom and power need, and she was throwing the loving connection under the bus. So it was a way, it wasn't working. So she had to find a way to meet both those needs. So, it was a little bit of a conversation where, when mommy comes home, she needs 10 minutes. She's going to be doing this, and then we'll be able to talk and all that. But please, make sure that you're making sure you're cleaning up after yourself, so that way mommy and you can have a really good board game or whatever it might be, right? Sort of a weird finish to that example. But the whole point is that you're always meeting these needs. And no matter what you're doing, whether you feel like it's productive or unproductive, what's going on, like the results might not be what you want in terms of one of the other needs and into what you expect to be a good quality life for yourself, but it is meeting a need. So even sometimes gaining weight might be meeting a need, because it might be a way to have freedom from other people, from attention, from a number of other things, or it might be, that it's providing some form of survival, feeling some fun. Maybe your life is just like too much, and just eating that bowl of cereal, that second bowl of cereal, is fun. It feels good. So there's different ways that you're meeting your needs, but no matter what, we know why you're behaving a certain way. We always know why, because you're trying to meet those needs. What you need to figure out is what that need is and how to fulfill that in a different way, or to hit more than one need all at one time. I will talk more about this in the future, but for today, no matter what you're doing, no matter what behavior, not even just you, but the people around you, they're trying to meet needs. And once you start looking at that through that perspective, you start to see things wholly differently. You don't get mad at people because you recognize that they're just trying to meet one of their needs. And you're just trying to meet one of your needs. And that's why you are where you are. If you want to meet your needs in a better way, you need to really analyze what's another approach to get there.